Well, Nintendo came along about a week ago and dropped a pretty spectacular video presentation. I generally don't offer my opinions on recent topical events mainly because I take way too long to make videos, but this time will be a little different. I haven't made a scripted video in a while, but now I'm kind of feeling the urge to. Hopefully this one won't take months. Right at the beginning of the Direct, they're already dropping bombshells. Although I never felt much personal attachment to Luigi's Mansion, probably because I never played it, it is nice to see them give the series some more love, especially coupled with a 3DS remake. Maybe I'll actually try this one out. Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn is a welcome surprise. I did actually enjoy the original game for the Wii a fair amount when it first came out, so it's nice to see it making a return on the 3DS. I'm leaning against actually buying this version though. Judging by the trailer, it's just a port with a few extra modes and features that I don't really care about all that much. A sequel for the Switch would be nice though. To be honest, I completely forgot that they were remaking Bowser's Inside Story for the 3DS. A bit of a shame that we're just completely snubbing Partners in Time, but Bowser's Inside Story is infinitely better anyway, and although it doesn't really need a makeover all that much, giving some extra touch-ups to an already excellent game is a good recipe for success. I'm not sure how much I actually care about the Bowser Jr. side story, but it's a nice little add-on for a game that's already packing a considerable amount of content. Speaking of Mario RPG remakes, I just remembered that I still haven't gotten the Superstar Saga remake yet. Kinda forgot that existed too. The Splatoon 2 update reveal was a little bizarre. Though it gives you a vague idea through the trailer, it's kinda hard to tell what specifically is actually being added to the game. A lot of the stuff being shown looks pretty interesting, but it would have been nice to have a bit of detail because right now I have no idea what's going on here. It has been rumored for a while now, but regardless, I'm quite pleased with the Super Mario Bros. U port. Although not super innovative, Mario Bros. U was still a solid fun platformer for the Wii U. And 2D Mario has been notably absent from the Switch library thus far. The Peach Head edition seems a little weird, but I guess it's the only way you can play as Peach without creating a gaping hole in the plot. Plus, I never played Super Luigi U, so I'm glad to see that it's coming packaged in. Now here's something we've been waiting for information on for quite a while. The Nintendo Switch Online service launched a few days ago, and although I haven't gotten it yet, it seems like a fairly decent deal overall, especially considering it's only $20 a year. Getting to play games online isn't exactly a major selling point, especially considering we've been doing that for free for a year and a half now, so I'm glad the service is at least coming with a few extra features. Not that I ever doubted I would get it in the first place though. Getting to play classic NES games is pretty neat, but more importantly, that paves the way, or so I hope, for more titles from more consoles beyond the NES to come about in the future, much like the Virtual Console. I'm really counting on the NES not being all they have to offer, because otherwise, what was the point in spending almost $300 on an NES Classic? Riddle me that, Nintendo. The Save Data Cloud is a great feature in the event that I ever break my Switch like a moron, but if I recall correctly, there are some big games that don't support cloud saving. Plus, you can't keep your saves if you cancel the online service, and that's probably something that they should have had for free in the first place. I never really cared about the smartphone app, and I know some people have complained of the voice chat and other features being unintuitive, but that's never been an issue to me because I just use Discord like a normal person. I'm pretty interested in seeing what those mysterious special offers are all about. My guess is that it'll be pretty similar to Xbox and PlayStation online services with discounts and occasionally free games or something along those lines. I'm kinda mixed on the NES Joy-Cons. On the plus side, they're a nice creative callback to the NES era and a nice way to play NES games more like they did in the 80s. But on the minus side, they're still decently expensive at $60 per set, and you can only use them on NES games, which in turn means you can only use them if you have the online service. I personally don't have much interest in getting them, but they're at least pretty neat. As an avid Pokemon fan, I'm obviously excited for the new Let's Go games. They didn't give much information in the Direct, but one highlight is that it does appear that they've done away with the accursed HMs in this game. The balloon ride is a nice touch. Petting your Pokemon also seems like a fun little addition. I'm hoping it'll be fairly similar to Pokemon and Me, where you can play minigames and make them more powerful in battle and such. Speaking of which, it'd be nice to bring back Super Training in the PSS from Gen 6 too. Also, the special edition bundle Joy-Cons kinda look like shit. I'm pretty excited for the new Mario Party, especially since it's finally getting rid of the hellish kart riding that plagued the past two games. I also like all the new features they added, like Soundstage and River Survival and the Toad Rec Room where you can connect two systems somehow. That's all pretty cool. My favorite new feature, however, is the one where you can finally play online with others if you have no real-life friends that want to play Mario Party. A shame that you can't play full games online, but it's a step in the right direction at least. The new Town game is interesting. Game Freak has been known primarily for Pokemon and working on a few other games for other IPs, so to see them create a completely brand new RPG adventure is definitely a dramatic change that we haven't really seen before. There's not much information about it at the moment, but I'll be keeping my eyes out to see where they take it from here. Yoshi's Crafted World is one of my favorite games from this presentation. It looks really fun judging by the gameplay trailers and a lot of its features that'll certainly help to add variety and increase playtime. I like all the unique ways you can traverse about a level as well as the unique visual style similar to Woolly World, which I also loved. Needless to say, I'll be playing this when 2019 rolls around. I gotta applaud the Animal Crossing and Smash bit at the end. I honestly thought they were going to do a classic Nintendo bait and switch by just revealing Isabelle and Smash and nothing else, but as it turns out they delivered on the actual Animal Crossing front too. Of course there was no big dumps of gameplay or information, but Nintendo still has their teaser image game on point. I haven't played New Leaf very much recently, but from the times that I have played it, it's been a fairly fun and entertaining title, and I imagine the new Animal Crossing will be pretty similar. I'd like to get my hands on this one. And lastly, a list of games that I'm vaguely interested in but don't care too much about and don't really have any commentary on. This has been the Almighty Piplup, and hopefully I'll be back soon with some more fleshed out, in-depth content. AP classes combined with laziness and creative block isn't a great combo though.